video will cover the remaining homework problems for Chapter 4 that we did not review in class, number 11 and 14. Number 11 is looking at ABC overhead calculation. This company has annual costs of $750,000, which are listed here, and the president believes that there are 4 primary activities: recruitment, query response, administration, and separation. Here, the allocation base or cost drivers are listed: number of applicants, questions, employees, and termination separations. And then we've broken out the overhead costs based on each activity. The HR manager determined that in the most recent year there were 2,000 applicants received, 2,400 benefit-related questions from employees, an average of 600 monthly employment individuals, and 100 employees who either terminated or otherwise left the company. So we're going to calculate the overhead cost for each activity. And by this we mean the overhead rate per activity. So the overhead rate. Alright, so as we discussed in class, we take our overhead cost divided by the cost driver or allocation base, and in this case it would be $125 per applicant. Here it's going to be $156,000 divided by 2,400, or $65 per question. We take $294 divided by 600, it's $490 per employee, and then finally 50,000 divided by 100 is $500 per termination separation. This is asking us what the most expensive activity is and what's the least expensive. Based on the information, the most expensive activity is the separation. It's $500 per termination or separation. And it looks like the query response is the least expensive at $65 per question. Okay? So let's look at number 14. Traditional versus ABC. Here we have again some activities, the allocation base, the number of each activity, and then the overhead cost for each activity. The problem also told us that direct materials are $15 per unit for luxury handbags and $11 per unit for the deluxe handbags. There were 12,500 direct labor hours, each of which was charged to inventory at $18 per hour. Management is trying to decide between using the traditional allocation method based on direct labor hours or using activity-based costing. This is asking us to calculate the overhead rates for each method. So let's look at the overhead rates. Excuse me. Then we're going to take the cost divided by the number of activity. All right? So it's going to be $5 per purchase order, and then cost divided by activity is $4 per shipment. Here is cost divided by activity again, $80 per setup, and then cost divided by activity is $5 per inspection. Okay? And what is the, so these are all of the ABC, right? Sorry, this is ABC costing. Let's just distinguish that. ABC overhead rates. In order to calculate the traditional overhead rate, it's based on the number of direct labor hours, so labor hours. Here we know that there was 12,500 labor hours. And then we need to calculate the total overhead cost, which is the sum of all of the costs listed here. It's going to be $500,000. So our traditional overhead rate is equal to 500,000 divided by 12,500 is $40 per labor hour. Now let's look at Part B. One particular batch of 40 luxury handbags had the following specifications: labor hours, purchase orders, shipments, machine setups, and inspections. Calculate the overhead to be allocated to the bags under the traditional and activity-based costing methods. Okay, so again, traditional is based on labor hours and is just one cost driver. So we're going to take the 8 hours times the rate that we calculated per labor hour is $40. So it costs us $320 in traditional overhead allocation. Okay. Now let's look at the ABC method. So we have 4 purchase orders at $5 each. We have 3 shipments at $4 each. We have 2 machine setups at $80 each, and then 12 inspections at $5 each. So the total of these costs are our ABC overhead allocation. So we're going to add these up, the $20 down to $60, and it gives us $252 for this batch of 40 handbags. Which costing method do you think is better for the company and why? Well, as we've discussed in class, the ABC method is better because it lines up the actual activities with what is driving the specific overhead costs. Hopefully you found this video helpful. The answers are posted in Engage in an Excel file as well as this video. Thank you.